Hi, everybody. This is Tom Grissack. I'm here with Dick Licari, our team leader here at Keller Williams in the Allen office. And the purpose of this video is a couple of things. I wanted to share a little bit about KW and its culture and also explain how I ended up over here, because there is a story, and I think it might be something that would benefit other people that were in the same situation that I was before I came over. So, Dick, why don't you tell us a little bit about our office here in Allen?
This office, well, we have a little over 200 agents, which feels like a big office, but in Keller Williams standards, we're actually one of the smaller offices. But a good office, a strong office as far as market share is concerned. We dominate a lot of our local markets, and we're the #2 office right now in Collin County, and just spread our wings, and we have some great producers, as you know, you being the top of the list.
How many teams do you have here?
Oh, I think, we have groups and we have teams. So a group would be people that have more than two licenses. That's considered a group. And I believe we have 7 groups.
7 groups.
And then a team is 2 people. We have a lot of husband-wife teams, but we also have a few other teams. And I think we have 6 or 7 of those also.
Okay.
Yeah.
How big was KW, this office, when you came over?
I came over a little more than 6 years ago, and we had 86 agents.
And now we're over 200.
Yes.
What was your, do you know what our volume was last year out of this office offhand?
No.
Okay.
No, I don't know the. I know
Okay.
that beginning last month, the last 4 or 5 months, we've been closing over 200 transactions a month.
Wow.
200 closings for
Right.
sales a month.
Right. Okay, well, I'm going to tell a little bit of a story here, how I ended up here. Dick actually is the one that convinced me to come over here. I'd been recruited by this office for probably 10 to 12 years before I made the decision. And it's funny, when Dick came over, he never really recruited me like, hey, you need to come on over, let me tell you what you can do. We just had lunch and we talked, and I shared with him some of my frustrations, and one of the things he pointed out, which I had already known, was we were flat for the last couple of years, and I was stuck in that $400,000 to $450,000 range, which I wasn't happy with, because we were working ourselves to death. We had no admins, and I honestly didn't know how to get out of that. It's a trap. Once you get to that size, you either grow your team, or you stay at that level. So, in talking with Dick, he had brought up that KW, really, I think you said, didn't KW start the team concept?
Well, I think that Keller Williams, and again, my opinion, I don't know if everything's actual. I'm going on 40 years in the business, most of it in Boston, as you know.
Right.
But I think Keller Williams is a great company for teaching people how to build a business. And, a lot of places it's about selling real estate, and at Keller Williams it's about building a business. And for some people, building a business means building a team. It's about getting a life too. And we try to live by our value system, which is God, family, and then work, and try to help. And the only way top producers can have balance is if they learn how to use leverage. And I think that's what you got a lot coming in.
Exactly. My production has about doubled since I've been over here. It took a while. It took me a year or two to learn. I'm not I didn't buy into everything that KW said, but I don't think any agent really does. You have to kind of do it your way. But it took me about a year of experimenting and tweaking. And then my second year, I started seeing some real results. And then now, I wouldn't say we're on cruise control, because you always have to fight and work for what you've got, but we're so seamless. We've got an administrator, 3 great admins. One of them takes the contracts from the time the listing is signed until it goes into title. We've got another administrator that takes it from the time it's entitled to closing. And then the agents are left to just keep in contact with their sellers, their clients, or their buyers, make sure that they're, feel comfortable. But I've got help. And I'd made some mistakes in the past. I had some great agents and great admins come through the company, but I couldn't put it all together. I couldn't seem to mesh it, so it was a sustaining model. Now we're at the point where it allows me free time to do some more things that I've got to do, which is some things in the way of marketing. And everybody knows their role. So when a listing comes in, everybody knows exactly what's supposed to do. We don't make mistakes. Keller Williams is great because we've got an oversight committee, or I guess what's it called, compliance committee.
Yeah.
And they double check. We've got another set of eyes on everything that we do. So,
well, that's what, Tom, when we began talking, you were my kind of like that, because I had owned a real estate company previously in Boston. It's difficult to have a team and run a company for as inexpensive as it is to be at Keller Williams for the tools that you get. If you're going to leverage the office and use our compliance, and we'll set up our technology and for transaction coordination and the back room in the training, and how much of a factor do you think the coaching's been in your success?
Tremendous. I mean, that really, I didn't come over here to KW to learn how to sell real estate. I didn't come for maybe some other reasons that agents do. I came strictly because I had to learn how to build a team the right way. And I know KW, I've seen how they're, we're at about, 43 or 44 million right now, halfway through the year, closed in title. And I could not have done that on my own. There's no way I could have done it. So
what do you think is different about than when you thought about Keller Williams and you had heard about it? Because I had my perceptions also. And what do you think about Keller Williams now that you're here and in the culture? I think you almost have to talk about the culture, especially with this office.
Yeah, I was actually surprised. I had a preconception that KW, it's all about recruiting, bringing agents underneath you, building your downline. And you can be very successful doing that. I didn't even mess with that for my first 3 years. Yeah. That's not why I was over here. As I've been here longer, I've realized the value in it. I kind of felt bad when I talked to people, recruiting them, thinking that he's just trying to make a buck off of me. And someone told me, said, Tom, if you believe in the system, why not share that experience with other people?
Right.
You're doing them a service. You're not, don't look at it that way. But I had that preconception about KW. And when I came over, actually, I was a little bit nervous because I compete with all these agents over here. I thought, am I really going to be accepted? How are they going to, like me coming over? Because I really, my side of the Metroplex where I am, we've got a real strong presence, and I didn't know if they, want me or not want me, but I couldn't have been welcomed more graciously by everybody. Everybody would give me hugs, and I kind of missed that. That petered out after the first couple of months. But it really is a culture. Yeah. When we have an agent in need here, everybody kind of pitches in. Yeah. We're competitors, but at the same time, people can come in. I get all the time people walk in and say, how would you do this? How would you handle this? Or
right.
Tell me. Of course, no one reveals all of their secrets, and we don't either. But I'm there to help every agent I can be as good as they can. That's part of the KW culture.
It's a healthy competition.
It is. It's absolutely.
It's good competition.
Right.
And you go back to, your situation coming to that. You had built such a brand for yourself, and you had such a name for yourself. And that's the beauty of Keller Williams. Right. It's based on a philosophy that Keller Williams thinks people are going to do business with you because of you, not because you're with Keller Williams. We give you the tools and the systems and the culture and the education and the training for you to do your business. And you're the brand. You get to brand yourself.
That's one thing that really appealed to me. I was worried if I came over, the KW logo would be all over my sign, and I have my little logo down at the bottom. It's just the opposite. KW requires you to put their logo on that sign someplace, which we do, and I'm proud to have it on there. But the brand is me, Tom Grisak, Estate Homes Realtors. So that was a big deal to me.
And from a business standpoint, I mean, that what goes with that Keller Williams being on the name is now you're in their E&O insurance.
Right. Yeah. My insurance was killing me.
Right.
They're so every year, let me say this too, every year we analyze, I talk to our agents, say, okay guys, the year's coming up. How do you feel about KW? Do we stay here? Cause I could go out, I've got my broker's license. I could start another company tomorrow on my own. But to every agent, they say, no, we like it here. We like the ability that we've got all these people to talk with. We can share their experiences. We love our office. We love the people. So it's kind of it goes on through the years. We're earning our place with them, and they're earning our place with us, and that's how it should be.
Yeah.
So we're happy.
Well, we love having you here.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Well,
great.
thank you.
It's great to see. No, it's good to have a big group in here, and then you're here next to another big group, and they're there next
Right.
to another big group, and
Right.
and it's very cool situation. It's a lot. It's a lot of fun. I jump out of bed to get in here in the
Yeah.
morning. I really do. It's a fun place.
And I'll say this too. We've been talking about teams, but for a new agent too, I've always said when I came over here, Dick, I was one of the first things I said to him after about a year, and I saw how all these systems ran and the coaching and the teaching. If you can't make it here at Keller Williams, you're either not listening or not trying. It's one of those two things. The technology is here. The training is here. I sit right outside the training room, so I see people moving in and out of that training room all the time. And they're taking advantage of those classes. And I am too. I'm sitting in on them. No one knows it all, and I'm always picking up stuff too. So it's an excellent company, and if you have questions or would like to discuss it further, please just give me a call. I'd love to talk to you about it, and I'll give you the straight skinny. I'll tell you if I think KW is for you or it's not for you. But it all starts at the top, and Dick here is the reason that I feel like our office really excels, and you're not going anywhere, are you, Dick?
I'm not going anywhere, but I'm just following the system too. Like the same system I'm being taught by Keller Williams, I'm passing down, and yeah, it's all good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. All right. So thank you all for visiting with us. And again, if you have questions, I've got my information here at the end and the beginning of this video. Thank you all. Have a great day.